Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, that's actually a quote from the 2008 Dark Knight film featuring the late great Heath Ledger. Gosh, still one of the best movies I think made in the last 25 years. You can argue me that for the rest of my life. So we're playing off and pacing again here today because I've made some progress, guys. As you can see, I've done a lot of racing. We have three. Are they called pacers or trotters in here? They don't really say. I'm assuming trotters. Um, but yeah, three horses, two one only one bear and a 4 and a 5-year-old. Let's go top to bottom. Let's start off here with Raging Tornado. 23 lifetime starts for Raging Tornado. He has placed and showed total lifetime earnings of 7,000. About 7,400 more or less, and only a 3% average in the top three. He's definitely not my best. He's actually the worst. And initially, I didn't think that was going to be the case here with Raging Tornado. I actually thought he was going to turn into something, and he still may, but I don't think it's happening. And I don't know if he's peaked yet. Been trying to watch his progress bar. It's a little bit hard in this game. Just to show you guys the last five results for Raging Tornado, we'll go ahead and unselect these here. And as you can see, going all the way back to June 28th, we finished ninth, and then 8th at Northfield Downs, 6th at Northfield Downs, 2nd with Derek Gilner, I believe, in the Sulky. That was a nice place result. And then on June 30th, we finished 6th again, stepping up class a little bit. Because sometimes it's hard to find these non-winners of 500 per lifetime start races. So I'll try to move my horse up in class just slightly, but usually it's too much for them to handle. Let's go ahead and move on to our next horse, though. Everything She Wants. It's funny. She's a horse that I did not think was going to be capable of winning. I think I claimed her off of someone else that had already raced her probably several hundred times. As you can see, 26 lifetime starts, 1 win, 1 place, and 3 shows. So this mare is finishing in the money, and she's actually from, is that Australia or New Zealand? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can see our total career here. 118 lifetime starts with 16 wins. I was accepting offers. I don't want to do that anymore because she's starting to win money for us. Lifetime mark 154 and 2 at the half-mile marker. No upcoming races for her yet. But yeah, she's actually doing pretty well as of recently. She's finally starting to show form, which she was not doing for the last month I've been playing this game. And I'll show you guys her last five here as well. So, as you can see, Northfield Downs, same thing for her. It's the easiest track, at least in the United States, in my opinion, to start on at the base level in this game. She finishes third at that 500 non-winners, and then she wins her first race, breaks her maiden with me on June 28th at 6:07 p.m. with Jimmy Moran Jr. On the bike. And same race. She just ended up getting a win. That was her lifetime mark 154 and 2. So you see, I've been sticking with Jimmy and her as the connections here, mainly at Northfield Downs. 8th at Syracuse Mile. That was a big step up in class, 151 and 1. She could not handle it there. Dropped her back down in class to Northfield Downs with Francesco Caucci. Give that driver a test. Finished 4th here with Everything She Wants. Not bad. But her last race, another place result, 154 and 1 with Jimmy back in the sulky. So that's clearly what's worked for Everything She Wants. We're going to stick with that until she can prove she can finally move up in class. I've tried her previously, and she might be growing and maturing a bit, so maybe we'll give her a shot. Anyways, moving on to our last horse, my best one, Mr. Isolation. 18 lifetime starts, 2 wins, 1 place, 2 shows, 17% win average, 7,800 lifetime earnings. So my best horse in the barn so far, and he's the most recently newest one I acquired. He just picks up another win actually on June 30th, but before we get to that, let's look at where he's been the last 5. Meadowlands Racing moved him up in class, non-winners of 4,000 earnings in the last 5 races with Francesco in the sulky. 150 flat, finished 7th. That was too difficult. And then moved to Syracuse, technically not a dropping class, and actually finished 5th there. So maybe the track at Syracuse is a little bit better than the Meadowlands with the same driver. So yeah, about 6/10 we dropped our time there as we went to Syracuse. But back to Northfield Downs on June 29th, we finished 3rd, 154 and 3 the final time with Francesco on the bike. And that was a non-winners 500 per lifetime start. June 29th, we headed back to the Meadowlands for a non-winners of 4,000 in our last 5 races. Francisco, again, had duties that night with a 5th place result, so a little bit better there at the Meadowlands. Last but not least, with the win, we're going to go ahead and watch here today, June 30th at 6:07 p.m. with Brandon Gibbons in the sulky, non-winners of 500 lifetime start. Yeah, this was a win. We're going to go ahead and watch this one with Mr. Isolation. Today, please. Trying to play the video. There we go. Sorry about that. So, yes. This game, it's funny. You guys know that I've been on this channel for years. I've been coming back to this channel, this game, excuse me, off and on, but I finally figured out my rhythm with trying to actually get consistent results, so now I can do my thing. Anyways, we are off and trotting. I have 2 horses in this race. Mr. Isolation is number 6, and Everything She Wants is number 3. So number 3 and number 6, those are our horses to look out for here in this race. So let's go ahead and look out for number 6. Let's see if we can get a zoom here. And there we go. Sorry about that. I forget when you tap the screen, that pops up. So it's going to be 4 and 6, and there is Mr. Isolation finally taking the lead. I think that is, who did I say won that race? Was that Derek? I think that's Derek in the sulky. Oh, no, Brandon. Brandon's on the sulky there for Mr. Isolation. Jimmy for Everything She Wants. So they went the quarter in 28 and 2. Still on cruise control is Mr. Isolation. In second place is JC Holy Moly 3. Everything She Wants sitting there in third. Renamed 228 in there in fourth. And in fifth is Curse King. Back in sixth is Los Lobos. And the trailer, Careless Ben, alongside with another horse that I cannot see in this view for some reason. So they pace on. Half winning 58 and 2. Relatively still pedestrian. It is still Mr. Isolation here at the front, obviously. And again, JC Holy Moly 3 in there in second. Everything She Wants from the same stable, tucked in the pocket in third. And fourth is Renamed 228. Careless Ben making a move on the outside in fifth now. And here's a challenge from JC Holy Moly on the leader, Mr. Isolation. How is Mr. Isolation going to respond? Not doing anything yet. Brandon still being patient. Still tucked in the pocket there is Mr. Isolation. Now chasing as the 3/4 went 126 and 3. Brandon still being patient, chasing JC Holy Moly with Aaron Merriman, and there's the move there from Brandon to go flying past Aaron Merriman as we now hit the top of the stretch, and it is game over. Mr. Isolation and Brandon Gibbons with that last move, and look at Everything She Wants. Now, these are our 2 horses at the front, guys, 3 and 6 going at it. Wow, I did not realize Everything She Wants was that close to winning that race. Whoa. I did not comprehend we finished 1-2 there. Look at HRG Racing finally showing up here at Northfield Downs. The 1-2, 154 and 1, 27 and 2. Not bad quarter. Definitely not flying, but they weren't taking a Sunday stroll. I've seen 20. I just saw a 29 and 2 quarter last night. I was watching from Northfield Park here locally. I'm just like 29 and 2. Might as well just barely be even moving. So yeah, that is how that race finished, and that is great for Mr. Isolation and Everything She Wants. This is the mare that was running in that race. That, yeah, second place. I did not put 2 and 2 together. Let me see if I can find another race. Yeah, let's go ahead and show you the race that Everything She Wants won. This was back on June 28th, and same conditions with Jimmy, the sulky. It was a field of 8, and I only had 2 horses in this race. Raging Tornado was number 3. Everything She Wants, our winner, will be post position number 2. I'm going to go ahead and follow her and get the zoom. Sorry about that. And we're off and trotting. Gosh, I really do wish that the tapping on the screen, I hate that it takes the whole screen. Like, why wouldn't they make it so it's just on the side? It's kind of common sense, is it not? Because, like, you want to be able to see the names and then not have your whole view obstructed like this. Like, it's like this whether you do portrait or landscape. That's the game's developers. I'm not bugging, so pun intended. But yeah, that's something I wish they would change. Anyways, the quarter went in 28 and 2 here. Pacing at the front is going to be Yuli. And in second place, Pete's Warrior. Raging Tornado in there in third. The stablemate Everything She Wants, sitting patiently in fourth. In fifth is Trump is a Genius. Sixth is Looking Superb. Seventh is Careless Ben. And the trailer, again, once the race starts, I cannot scroll down that far. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, obviously what seems to be working, at least with our horses, in the most part, half goes in 58 flat, so a little bit quicker there. Maybe what, a 26.9, 26.8 panel or something like that. I don't know, or maybe 26.4. Regardless, obviously staying tucked to the rail, saving ground, and not making a move until a little bit past three quarters. Not making an early move. Yeah, this seems to work, and this track is working for us as well. Perfectly at a half mile. It's funny because there are other half mile tracks where we will not perform the same way, given almost the same conditions, the same field. So obviously there is variety here. Three quarters goes in 126 and 2. And you see there's the move. Like I said, just a little after three quarters, that's when they should start to move. And if they have enough endurance, they should make a nice ride. So remember our horse, Raging Tornadoes, the 3, the black horse there to the inside with the red and white silks. He's still up there, but no, he's boxed in. But look at everything she wants. Rolling on with the late charge here from Looking Superb. Almost got close to challenging us out the line, but it was still in doubt. Never in doubt, I should say, with everything she wants, getting that win there at Northfield Downs. So that's how it's looking, guys. You see in the gold, I have 32,000 coins. To buy my next horse, I need 50,000. So I'm getting close. So I'm just kind of grinding these horses, making sure I keep them consistently finishing in the top 3. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and register some races. You guys won't see them today because they usually always happen a couple hours after I've placed them. That's just kind of how I've been playing this game, which, you know, it works for me. To make progress and then to come back and show you guys really how I'm progressing over time. I think that's really kind of the value and the sweetness of this game. Let's go to Raging Tornado. Sorry. Landscape mode is a little bit slow. New driver, Derek, I've been trying. Kind of want to continue to give him a shot here. Raging Tornado. We got to break through. Raging Tornado is not a terrible horse. He should have a win under his belt by this point. But he could be a slow developer, so... Non-winners of 20,000 lifetime. Yeah, we're not even close to that, so... Here's a non-winners. July 1st. Which is essentially, I think, an hour from now in real time. And, you know, we're going to have Derek and Sulky. It's the same race I've been running. We'll just try to see if we can improve there. Everything else is literally too difficult. I've already trialed and errored. You guys see how many races I've done since the last time I recorded. I've done over a dozen races since my last video of this game a couple months ago. And yeah, I've tried a lot of races moving up in class. If your horses aren't good, they will struggle and finish in 8th. It's not even worth it. So, you know, the 500 lifetime starters is not the biggest and the best, and it's obviously the shortest in the game. But until your horses can consistently rack up and move up in class, like, to me, it's the safest thing to do. And I have no problem because the races are still competitive. So everything she wants. We want Jimmy back in the sulky. That's working. And I don't know if the game has some meta with, like, using the same driver over time with the same horse does develop their skill set a little bit better. Maybe it does. 1 second here. So I like to make sure I'm recording sometimes. Like, doing this the way I'm recording it now, I can't even tell if I'm recording. Like, maybe something on in the upper right-hand corner. I think that's what it is. But, like, I still don't know. And to be honest, I'm probably going to put her in the same race as Raging Tornado. I usually run them in the same races together because she's clearly outperforming him now. So, yeah, we'll put her in the same race as Raging Tornado. Non-winners, 500 per lifetime start. It's the easiest thing to do, best thing to earn money. And that's what I need, because then I could buy a 4th horse and 18,000 more coins. And then the horse after that's going to cost like 100K. So that's why it's like, yeah, you know, I need them to be pacing and doing well in the top 3. Mr. Isolation, my best horse, 2 wins, 5 finishes in the top 3 out of 18 lifetime starts. Not terrible. And again, he's, yeah, Raging Tornado is the only trotter I have here from the States. The other 2 I acquired because I started this file in Australia, mind you. Like, I had no idea I was even there. I'm just like, wait, these tracks don't sound like American tracks. And I realized, oh yeah, because I'm in freaking Australia, like, not in America, not in North America. So let me show you. I think I was in Australia, or was I in New Zealand? No, I was in Australia because I didn't race in any of these tracks. Yeah, these are tracks I raced at. So I think I had a race at Durham Racecourse, Ocean View Downs, Barrier Park. Yeah, so 2 of my horses, this is where they originated from Australia. They are not trotters from the United States or anything. So, but you see these times, And granted, that's at a mile. If you go to half a mile, 149 and 2 is the fastest lifetime mark. So yeah, it was I think it was more competitive over there than it is here, in all honesty. I think I'd still be struggling. Um did we just have another race that quick? Wait a second. No. Um Like it showed that I just received money, but like no one's raced yet. Where the heck did that come from? I'm not gonna complain. Okay, Mr. Isolation, let's not get distracted. Brandon Givens and Francesco have kind of been sharing, but I've been mainly going with the Francesco. So I think we'll keep that up. But Brandon got the win last time at Northfield Downs. Maybe I give him a shot with Mr. Isolation. I cannot wait to actually start to be able to breed and make our own trotters in this game. Then you're talking about we're really doing the thing in competitive PvP. That's a long ways away, but not as long as we think. I think I can get there before the end, by the end of the year. So maybe that's a end of the year holiday treat, right? That'll be awesome. I would bump this dude up in class, but I'm kind of nervous to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, because I once we win at a lower level, I kind of want to continue to stack those wins until I know for sure we can move up. It's kind of how I play every game. All right, here is a 9 winners of lifetime, July 1st. Yeah, it's different from the other one that my two other horses have already been registered for. So we're going to go ahead and do it because, again, it's kind of easy races to grind. And yeah, if I'm doing this, I usually do this 2 or 3 times a day. So my horses are racing 3 times a day. As long as they can hit the board a couple of times, I'm winning a couple thousand coin every day. It's a slow grind, but it's a passive slow grind, and that's literally how I'm playing the game now. So it kind of works out for me, actually, you know? And then again, when I make videos like this, I can actually show you guys some progress and show you where we're at. And I think that's the best way to play this game, in all honesty, anyways, unless you're a full-time season grinder. So we are all registered for today, guys. So that's pretty much it. There's other stuff to check out in this game, but honestly, we're kind of focused on getting our horses up to date. But let's just show you our stats before we head out here. So I've only purchased 2 horses so far. Most starts I've had on a horse is 26. Average highest winning horse has 17%. Not bad. Most wins, 2 to my name. Highest earnings is 8,600, and that's for Mr. Isolation, who we just entered in that race. Worst lifetime mark we've received is 154 and 2. Our best is a 149 and 3. So not bad. But we have a long way to go, and I'm really excited just to see the progress we can make. That's why I've never abandoned this game. I'm like, I know there's meta, and I know it's a grind if you're not willing to spend money, which I'm not willing to spend money yet. So I'm going to passively play this for the next probably 3, 4, 5 months. I like how I just went up there. And we'll see how it goes and maybe spend some money over time. Anyways, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for love and support. Let me know your thoughts on off and pacing. Are you playing? Would you like to see more progress? What do you think of our trotters so far? Any thoughts, tips, suggestions, and or just general harness horse racing tidbits you have? Feel free to let them fly in the comment section below. And feel free to join our Discord. That'll also be in the description box below as well. Until next time, it's HRG signing out. Hope you have a great day today. We'll see you later. Goodbye.